Hi everyone, Callie speaking. I hope everybody's doing blessed today. I have another story I want to tell you, and yes, it has to do with trusting God. So I've been on my current job now for about a year, almost a year. And before that, I've been a professional hairstylist and barber for about 13 years. I love what I do. Okay, I was born to be a stylist. I'm an artist, and I just love it. Um, but about a year ago, it came to a point where the location that I was working at, it wasn't paying me enough to take care of my bills and build my business. I have a business I'm trying to build. It's called Sew. I do hair for handicapped people at their house, and I will definitely tell you guys more about that later. So I set out to find another job, and I was already, mind you, I was already working like two jobs. I stay working two and three jobs. I'm single. I gotta take care of my house. I have three boys. I share custody with their dad. I gotta take care of my household. So I'm always working. So it came to a point where I was like, I gotta find something else to do. This is not cutting it. And it's not giving me a lot of time to do what I have to do for my business and to grow it. So last November I applied at Verizon. Verizon was hiring in the state that I live in, and I did the test. I passed the test and everything, and they called me for an interview. Yay! I was so excited that they called me. I did the interview. I was wicked nervous. Okay, I was so nervous. They could tell, but they said I did really good on the job, on the interview, and that they were gonna call me. And mind you, Verizon's a good job to work for. They had over 500 applicants. Okay, only the best scores on the questionnaires got interviews. And I was one of them. So I got pretty far in the interview process. However, I didn't have much telemarketing call center experience. I had lots of customer service experience because I've been a hairstylist for, that long, and then I've worked in other retail places, but I didn't have much call center experience, and I think that's what hurt me. So, after my interview, they was like, well, we're gonna give you a call or an email and let you know what the next step is. So, I got the email and it said that I was gonna go to the next step and they was gonna call me when they chose which class I was gonna be in, because there was one for January and there was one for February. And so from November to the end of January, I'm sitting here waiting for calls, and actually called them. I called the recruiter. No, I emailed the recruiter, and I asked him. I was like, "Thank you for the interview, and I just wanted to check up on the status." So he said that I'm still being considered for the job, and that they will call me. I thought that was great news. I thought that was awesome, you know. So every day I'm checking my emails. And I wake up in the morning, I roll over, and before I even get out the bed, I'm on my computer checking my emails. So one day I got the email and it said, sorry, you didn't get the job. We're not gonna advance you, we'll hold your application. I started to cry. I started to cry right then and there because I was putting a lot riding on this job. I needed to get out of the job that I was in. It wasn't making enough money. I was getting behind on my car note. I was getting, late on my rent. And, my bills were just piling up. And it's just me by myself. I do everything by myself. So it was getting to be really stressful. But my faith never deteriorated. I kept my faith in God because I know He has brought me from so long. And if you stick to these videos, you'll see how far. So I cried. I didn't get the job. So I went to work and I told everybody I didn't get the job. And I told my clients that I didn't get the job. And so, I moved on. Continued looking for other jobs. So I got a call from one of my clients. He owns a business. And I've known about his business since 3 years. I've been cutting his hair, so I've known about his business for about 3 years now. And he called and offered me a position at his company. He told me how much it paid, and I was like, yes, yeah, I'll do it, sure. I didn't even do the interview. And he knew about my work ethics. He knew I worked 2 jobs. He'd been at my other job getting coffee, so he knew, I had good work ethics. He'd been knowing me for 2 years or 3 years, cutting his hair. So he knew about my customer service. So that helped me. Always want to remember that you don't know who you know. You just better be on your P's and Q's. So I go to the interview and he's telling me about the job, and then he tells me after 6 months of working with him, I could work from home. How awesome is that? I have been praying for so long a job where I can make enough, maybe work from home and take care of my boys and be here when they get off of school. They don't always have to be at their dad's house, being that I work late a lot. I can just move better in my life and accomplish more if I had a regular 9 to 5. And now my 9 to 5 includes me working from home. How awesome is that? God is good. When you think you missed out on a blessing, he comes right in and he blesses you with something even better. I get paid as much as they do at Verizon. My benefits are just as good. I have weekends off. I have holidays off. I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and head to work like I would if I was at Verizon. I can work from home. I can be here for my son. Dinner is ready when they come home from school. It's just awesome. I can help them more with their homework. And trusting God, trusting Him is the best thing you can do for your life. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. Trust Him. He knows. He knows everything that you worry about. He knows everything that you need. And He'll make things happen. And just after 3 months of Verizon telling me I didn't get that job, another door opened for me. I just want you guys to be encouraged and inspired. That's my goal. That's why I make these videos, because that was one of my heart's desires, is to be able to inspire and give people hope and let them know that, you can do this, you can get through this tough life. I've had it rough, trust me. And I've made it this far. And there's still more to come. Life is amazing, and it's a great journey, and it has so many different stories in there. So if you guys have an amazing story and you want to talk about it, drop me a line. Let me know. Bye, y'all.